The Tent by Ogston. The wet tent sat in the hallway for 2 days until Alison cracked. It was Jake's responsibility, but since his return from scout camp he had hibernated in his room and only muttered non-committally, through the closed door, at Alison's suggestion that she should stuff his sodden clothes into the washing machine. Then he had slouched out the door, shouting that he had somewhere to be. Alison heaved the tent bag outside and pulled the soggy green fabric out. And out. It unpacked itself like a magic trick. The neat bag had cleverly concealed a mile of nylon, along with leaves and biscuit wrappers. Gathering the tent into her arms, the smell of mud and teenage hormones wafting upwards, it spread itself over the edges of the flagstones, over flower pots and onto the dewy grass. Alison grabbed a strap and tied it to the washing line, then attempted to arrange the material to catch the last warm rays of the day. She found herself pulling the fabric into the hemisphere shape of a wedding veil, rearranging and shaking the material, flipping it up to let the air catch it, and pulling it tight to the smooth shape needed. Then she went inside and poured herself a gin. It was only Tuesday, but Alison had recently decided that it didn't count if there was no one there to comment. It was after her second glass that Alison found herself staring at the tent, hating its mass, hating that she was left to stuff it back into its ridiculously small bag alone. It was a two-person job. A long while ago she had thought parenting was the same. Then she was back in the garden, releasing the voluminous fabric from its ceremonial hanging and slinging it over her shoulder. She set off down the street, the tent billowing behind her like a flag, the bag with poles and pegs swinging with an almost jaunty rhythm. A man was waiting with his dog, who was squatting in quiet concentration. "Hold on," he called to Alison. "I'm just about to pick up—" "No matter," she told him as she strode past, letting the tent trail in the mess. The man gaped as she turned the corner, the nylon unfurling itself like a banner. Cars slowed to watch the striding woman with her bottle green dragon dancing behind her. The houses grew larger, the cars grew more expensive. At last Alison turned into a driveway and processed up to the front door. As she approached, she could see Tamara at the window, her red mouth moving like an angry zigzag. She heard, without hearing a thing, Tamara calling to Simon, demanding an exclamation. She glimpsed her ex-husband's confused face, smugness momentarily gone. Alison dropped the poles and pegs bag into a convenient puddle and draped the tent over his Audi. "Congratulations," she shouted as she left. "Here's your wedding present. Sorry it's late."